1 in 3 adults over 65 has chronic kidney disease. 9 out of 10 of them have no clue, no pain, no warning signs. Their kidneys are quietly falling behind, struggling to filter waste, clear sodium, keep fluid balanced, night after night. And the thing that could actually help? It's something you drink. Or more precisely, something most people just aren't drinking before they go to bed. I've spent a lot of time in the research on kidney health for people in their 50s and beyond, and I want to be upfront about one thing right away. Most of what you're about to hear doesn't apply the same way to a 30-year-old. The biology changes after 50. Your thirst signal weakens. You lose filtering units in your kidneys every year, even if you're otherwise healthy. Your body's ability to clear certain waste products quietly slows down. By the end of this video, you'll understand why drinking more water alone may not be enough. The 3 root causes of kidney stress that build silently for years. 1 natural drink, 3 ingredients, real clinical research that may help support your kidneys overnight. And a simple protocol you can start tonight. Every source is linked below. Let's get into it. Before we get to the drink, I need you to understand the problem. Because without that context, this is just going to sound like another health trend. Maybe some of this sounds familiar. Waking up 2 or 3 times a night, ankles feeling thick by dinner time, a low-grade fatigue that coffee doesn't really fix, and maybe your last blood test showed creatinine or uric acid creeping up. Nothing alarming yet, just something to keep an eye on. Here's the thing, you're not imagining that. Those are real signals. The CDC's 2023 Chronic Kidney Disease Report found that CKD affects 34% of adults 65 and older. 9 out of 10 have no idea because early-stage decline produces almost no symptoms. By the time something obvious shows up, the process has usually been going on for a decade. Here's what's happening inside. Your kidneys are built around tiny filtering units called nephrons, about 1 million per kidney when you're young. By your 70s, that number can drop 30 to 40%. The remaining nephrons compensate by working harder. They push more volume through. That compensation works, until it doesn't. Your doctor told you to drink more water. They're not wrong. But that advice is incomplete in a way that matters. Plain water adds volume, but it doesn't carry the specific compounds your kidneys need to keep certain waste products dissolved, stop uric acid from forming crystals, or calm the low-grade inflammation building inside the kidney's filters. You can hit your 8 glasses and still be giving your kidneys a harder night than they need. That's what today is about. 3 root causes, and 1 drink that targets all 3. Let's go through them. Root cause 1. Your thirst signal is no longer reliable after 50. The part of your brain that triggers thirst gets measurably less sensitive as you age. Researchers have confirmed this across multiple aging studies. Older adults regularly fail to drink enough fluid even when they're measurably dehydrated. Not because they're being careless, but because they genuinely don't feel thirsty. This creeps up slowly. By your mid-50s, the gap between actually dehydrated and feeling thirsty can be significant. Add in coffee, which pulls water out faster than it puts it in, and a lot of adults over 50 are going to bed in a mild fluid deficit every single night. When there isn't enough fluid moving through, urine gets concentrated. And concentrated urine means waste products. Uric acid, calcium, oxalate are sitting at high levels inside the kidney tubules. That's when microscopic crystals start to form. Researchers call it tubular stress, and it's one of the earliest forms of silent kidney injury. No pain, no obvious signs, just damage quietly accumulating. Now, that root cause doesn't operate alone, and root cause 2 is one most people never hear about. Most people know uric acid in the context of gout, painful joint swelling from urate crystals. But the same crystallization process can happen inside your kidney tubules, quietly, without any pain signal at all. Uric acid is the waste product your body creates when it breaks down purines, compounds in red meat, shellfish, alcohol, and high fructose corn syrup. Your kidneys clear almost all of it. After 50, that clearance slows down. When uric acid builds up faster than the kidneys can flush it, it crystallizes inside the very structures doing the filtering. That's called urate nephropathy, and it can reduce kidney function over years without a single noticeable symptom. The research on this is striking. A 2014 meta-analysis in PLOS One covered 15 cohort studies and nearly 100,000 people. For every 1 milligram per deciliter rise in serum uric acid, the risk of developing chronic kidney disease went up by 22%. That's a dose-dependent relationship confirmed across very different populations. A 2022 meta-analysis in Scientific Reports went further. People with lower uric acid levels were 35% less likely to develop CKD and 45% less likely to see their existing kidney disease progress. The practical implication? Keeping uric acid dissolved and moving out through urine, rather than settling in kidney tissue, is one of the most direct dietary tools available. And the natural compound that does this best is citrate, which is exactly why the first ingredient in this drink matters. But first, root cause 3. This is the one that connects everything. As concentrated waste and uric acid build up over years, the kidney's tubule cells release inflammatory signals: TNF-alpha, IL-1 beta, and IL-6. You don't need those names. What matters is what they do. Slow, ongoing damage to tubule tissue, shrinking the functional surface area of each nephron, driving the gradual decline in filtration rate that eventually shows up on a blood test. And here's the important part. It's not 3 separate problems. It's a loop. Concentrated urine makes uric acid more likely to crystallize. Crystals trigger those inflammatory signals. Inflammation damages more tubule tissue. Damaged tissue filters less efficiently, which makes urine concentration worse, which restarts the cycle. Root cause 1 feeds 2. 2 drives 3. 3 makes 1 and 2 harder to manage. That's why just drinking more water doesn't fully solve it. A 2024 review in the Journal of Food Biochemistry found that gingerols, the active compounds in fresh ginger root, directly suppress the inflammatory signals driving this damage. Clinical trials in dialysis patients showed reduced inflammation markers. The human kidney-specific evidence is still growing, but the anti-inflammatory mechanism is well documented. Standard advice touches one root cause, and only partially. This drink addresses all 3. Before I walk through the ingredients, one important note. If you're on medication for kidney disease, gout, blood pressure, fluid retention, blood thinners, or diabetes, do not change anything without talking to your doctor first. This is a dietary support protocol, not a treatment. And the third ingredient has serious drug interactions I'll cover in detail. The drink is a warm infusion of 3 things: fresh lemon juice, fresh ginger root, and dandelion leaf tea. Each ingredient, based on peer-reviewed research, targets a different root cause. Let me walk through them. Ingredient 1, fresh lemon juice. And this is about citrate. Lemon juice is one of the richest food sources of citrate, the compound that directly attacks root cause 2. It keeps uric acid dissolved and moving out through urine rather than crystallizing. And it binds to calcium in urine, reducing the concentration that drives calcium oxalate stone formation. Here's what the research shows. A 2007 study in the journal Urology followed 63 patients with recurring calcium oxalate stones. Using lemonade therapy alone, urinary citrate increased by an average of 203 milligrams per day, and that increase held over 40 months of follow-up. A randomized trial in 2008 in International Urology and Nephrology compared fresh lemon juice to pharmaceutical potassium citrate in 30 patients. Lemon juice produced a 2.5-fold increase in urinary citrate. The drug was somewhat stronger, but the study concluded fresh lemon juice is a legitimate natural alternative. And a 2021 randomized controlled trial in eClinical Medicine, a Lancet journal, found that patients using fresh lemon juice had a 57% lower stone recurrence risk at 1 year compared to controls. One thing the research is very clear about: bottled pasteurized lemon juice loses most of its citrate activity. Fresh is not optional. Half to 1 whole lemon in warm water, 60 to 90 minutes before bed. If you have acid reflux, use a straw. Now, lemon handles the uric acid problem. The next ingredient handles the inflammation. Ingredient 2, fresh ginger root. Ginger contains gingerols, bioactive compounds that suppress the same inflammatory signals damaging kidney tubules. The TNF-alpha, IL-1 beta, and IL-6 we talked about in root cause 3. A 2024 review in the Journal of Food Biochemistry found that gingerols inhibit NF-kappa B, essentially the master switch for the kidney's inflammatory response. Studies in dialysis patients showed reduced CRP. A 2018 study in Scientific Reports found gingerol compounds directly reduced inflammatory gene expression in kidney tissue and improved filtration markers in acute kidney injury models. I'll be honest with you, most of the best kidney-specific data on ginger is still preclinical. Human trials are promising, but small. I'm not going to overstate that. What I can say is the anti-inflammatory mechanism is well documented across multiple research groups, and ginger is one of the most studied dietary anti-inflammatories in the scientific literature. One drug interaction worth noting. Ginger has mild blood-thinning properties. If you're on warfarin, aspirin therapy, or any anticoagulant, talk to your doctor first. 3 or 4 thin slices of fresh ginger root steeped in your lemon water for 8 minutes. Use fresh root. Dried ginger has a different profile. Lemon for uric acid, ginger for inflammation. Now the third ingredient, the one that helps your kidneys do the actual flushing. Ingredient 3, dandelion leaf tea, the potassium-safe diuretic. Dandelion increases urine output, helping the kidneys physically move concentrated waste through the system. Here's what makes it different from prescription diuretics. Dandelion leaf is naturally high in potassium. Most pharmaceutical diuretics flush potassium along with the fluid, creating electrolyte imbalances that can stress the kidneys further. Dandelion replaces what it flushes. In 2009, the first human clinical trial specifically testing dandelion as a diuretic was published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine. 17 healthy subjects received dandelion leaf extract 3 times in one day. The result? A statistically significant increase in urinary frequency and excretion ratio, the volume of urine produced relative to fluid taken in. No adverse effects, 0. That's why dandelion is approved by Germany's Commission E for supporting urine flow, and why it's been used in traditional medicine for centuries. Now, the drug interactions I promised. Please pay attention here. Dandelion can cause hyperkalemia, dangerously elevated blood potassium, when combined with ACE inhibitors, ARBs, potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone, or beta blockers. The European Society of Cardiology specifically lists dandelion as a risk for life-threatening potassium elevation in people with heart failure, kidney disease, or anyone on RAS inhibitors. If you're on any of those medications, do not add dandelion without a direct conversation with your doctor. That's not a soft suggestion, that's a real clinical risk. For everyone else, 1 dandelion leaf tea bag steeped in your lemon ginger water for 10 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Here's the full protocol. The drink: 8 to 10 ounces of warm water, juice of half to 1 whole fresh lemon, 3 to 4 slices of fresh ginger root, 1 dandelion leaf tea bag. Steep 8 to 10 minutes. A small amount of raw honey is fine. Build into it over 3 weeks. Week 1, just lemon water. Week 2, add the ginger. Week 3, add dandelion. That's the complete protocol. In terms of what to watch: morning puffiness in your hands and face, nighttime bathroom trips, midday energy. At your next blood draw, ask specifically for creatinine, BUN, serum uric acid, and eGFR. Those are your markers. Timeline to expect: more urination in the first week, normal and expected. Reduced morning puffiness in weeks 2 to 4. Possible blood marker changes in months 2 to 3, especially if uric acid was elevated. Most sustained benefit at month 6, particularly if you've also cut evening sodium. A few more things before we close. Cut sodium in the evening. Your kidneys do most of their overnight work while you sleep. The CDC CKD data consistently flags sodium as one of the most modifiable drivers of kidney burden. Keeping your evening meal under 600 milligrams of sodium takes real pressure off overnight. A restaurant entree, a bag of chips, or 2 bowls of canned soup can each run 800 to 1500 milligrams in one sitting. Urine color is your hydration check. Pale yellow means you're in range. Dark yellow in the morning means your kidneys spent the night filtering with too little. Elevate your legs 20 minutes before bed. It shifts fluid out of your lower extremities before sleep. Less overnight pooling means a lighter filtration load. Just physiology. And be consistent, not perfect. The Lemonade research followed patients for 40 months. Sustained improvement tracked with sustained adherence. 5 nights a week for 3 months beats doing it perfectly for 2 weeks and stopping. 3 common mistakes. First, grabbing bottled lemon juice. Pasteurized juice loses most of its citrate. Fresh only. Second, drinking this right before lying down. Give yourself at least an hour. Third, expecting fast results. The biology took years to develop. You won't reverse it in a week. but you will change the direction. And over months, that direction matters. See a doctor immediately if you notice blood in your urine, a sudden major drop in urine output, rapidly worsening swelling, especially with shortness of breath, or sharp flank pain on one side. Don't wait on any of those. Everything I've shared is educational, not medical advice. It does not replace your doctor. People with diagnosed CKD, heart failure, gout, or anyone on diuretics, blood thinners, ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-affecting medications must speak with their doctor before adding anything new. Let's land this. 1 in 3 adults over 65 has some degree of kidney disease. 9 in 10 don't know it. The decline is quiet, slow, and very often driven by things that are genuinely changeable. Plain water helps, but it doesn't carry the citrate that keeps uric acid dissolved. It doesn't supply the gingerols that calm tubule inflammation. It doesn't give your kidneys the diuretic support they need to flush concentrated waste more efficiently overnight. 3 human clinical trials support lemon juice and urinary citrate. Multiple peer-reviewed studies document ginger's anti-inflammatory action on kidney tissue. The first human trial on dandelion as a diuretic showed statistically significant results with 0 adverse effects. This isn't folk medicine dressed up in scientific language. These are studied compounds addressing specific biological problems that get measurably worse after 50. I want to come back to Michael, a retired engineer whose doctor noticed his kidney numbers slowly trending the wrong direction. Michael was doing everything right, walking, watching his diet, drinking water. Still, the numbers crept. His doctor asked one question: "What are you drinking in the evenings?" Michael switched his herbal tea for this 3-ingredient combination. Nothing else changed. 4 months later, creatinine stabilized, uric acid down. His doctor asked what he'd done. Michael said, "I changed what I drink before bed." His doctor said, "Keep doing it." I'm not promising you Michael's result. Your numbers, your medications, your history, all different. But the biology is documented, the research is real and linked below, and the whole thing costs less than $10 a week. Here's your plan for this week. Today, pick up fresh lemons, a piece of ginger root, and dandelion leaf tea bags. They're at most grocery stores. Tonight, start with just the warm lemon water. One change, nothing overwhelming. Next week, add the ginger slices. The week after, add the dandelion. That's the complete protocol. Build slowly. Notice what shifts. Track what you can. Drop a comment below. Are any of these symptoms familiar? Morning puffiness, nighttime waking, numbers on a blood test that got flagged? Someone watching right now might be exactly where you were 6 months ago. The free guide in the description has the recipe, a shopping list, a 6-week tracking template, and links to every study cited today. Your kidneys filter your blood every hour of every day, pulling out what your body doesn't need, preserving what it does. The research is real. The ingredients cost almost nothing, and the time it takes is 10 minutes out of your evening. Your kidneys are working for you tonight. Work for them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.